Alright lads, how's it going? I've not been uploading in a while. I've just been really rammed with work. Been dead busy. I know I mentioned that in my last video. But I apologise for not getting any content out. Like I say, I've been working out. I've been working at work. I've just been rammed. But come maybe today with a little bit of a video on the Hunter FGA.9. Just as we get our first kill. It's going to be an old series I called Fighter Theory, sorry. I did it quite a while ago when, about a year ago. Just like going over some more relaxed gameplay and just showing how you fly playing rather than a scripted review. Anyway, as we got our first kill here, you can see that I'm kind of just going in a straight line with this plane. The hunters in general, they're more like bulls. You don't really want to turn in them, you just want to charge for enemies, keep straight and keep your speed up. The magic number in hunters is always 800 kilometers an hour. If you're above 800 kilometers an hour, you accelerate like a rocket. We can see here we're just extending, and this is probably the most important thing in the hunter. Just getting away from the pack, keeping your distance and maintaining your speed. You can see that we're gonna fly away for a good little while, just so we know that we can turn fully without getting jumped. There is a MiG-15 coming towards us, but in 5 kilometers I can easily turn around. Now we've used that speed we built up, we put it into a little bit of a climb, and now we're going back down, nose down towards the ground. We're going to increase our speed. Now that MiG-15 gets set on fire. I do get a little bit cut short here. I do kind of spray at this Japanese saber. But again, we're not going to overact. We're not going to move too quickly. We don't want to scrub off any speed. We just want to keep our speed up like a bull that's charging towards something it's going to fuck up. There is a MiG-15 behind us, but we can just outrun him. Now I'm going to turn my attention to this hunter. He's getting swamped by a few friendlies, so he's an easy target. You can see he's going really slow. We're closing on him very quickly. But unluckily for us, he does get knocked out. This game does have a little bit of a slow beginning. It's just while things get moving. But again, we're not going to do any sharp turns. We check our six to make sure there's no one in a close vicinity that can give us danger before we start manoeuvring to turn around. And this is kind of what you have to do in the hunter. It's not very manoeuvrable, and it faces down tiers quite a lot, but it doesn't really see up tiers to 10.0 anymore. It used to see 10.3 all the time, but now I think it's 9.7 and below. But our second customer, it's this G91. He's fixated on our friendly. He's not paying attention. He's an easy missile kill. The Hunter FGA.9 does get 2 AM9Es, which are pretty decent, but they're not the best. Now the third kill is going to be this French jet MD452. He is a very manoeuvrable compared to me, but he was too slow. Didn't have any airspeed didn't have any air going over his control surfaces to use that manoeuvrability. But again, I didn't want to go into a head-on with a MiG-15. I say this plane is a bit of a bull. It does have nice horns in the form of 4 Aiden cannons, but still a MiG-15. I have the advantage. I was faster than him. Why take the risk? Now this MiG, we're not going to get him on this pass. He's doing the right thing here. He's turning in towards me. He's making it very hard for me to get a shot on here. If I had even carried on shooting there for a second more, I'd have gone into the ground. So as a good MiG pilot, he did everything right in that engagement. He's going to get caught out in a little bit. Spoiler warning, but as you can see, all the enemies are now in front of us, so I don't mind making a little bit of a turn there. We did lose speed, but we kept our airspeed above 800, so we can just accelerate really quickly. You can see that we're already closing on the MiG, and the other jets, all the other enemy jets are kind of dogfighting, so we can just outspeed them by default. Now this MiG makes a mistake here. He turns in the vertical. He should have done a turn to his right and kept it on the horizontal, and he ends up getting his wing blown off. If he turned along the deck, if he did like a horizontal turn to the right and kept low, it'd have made it very hard for me to shoot him without going into the ground myself. Now that F5, he was pulling in towards me, made a very hard shot, but he crashes into our friendly FJ4B, so he's out the game as well. So we've got our 4th kill then on the MiG, and it's not a proud thing, but it's the last guy in the game. May as well just do it. So that was our first game. I'm not going to waste your time by showing you the results or anything. I'm just going to hop into the second game. Like I say, this is going to be... I don't really want to waste your time. I'm just going to show you a few games, and then there's a few shorter clips towards the end. Now this kill on the Hunter, it's probably a warning why you shouldn't buy premium jets if you're new to the game. I got a kill on him from about 3 kilometers away there. There's no way any experienced jet pilot would usually die to that sort of missile. This video was taken, or these clips were recorded before the I believe now there's no warning for missile launches. You can see now on the screen it says missile is launched. So there is no way that he should have died to that. He had a big flashing red thing coming at him. But as I said in the first match, this plane doesn't see up tiers anymore, or at least I don't believe it does. You'll never see this in the games now. I just wanted to show you that it can be done. I actually do prefer fighting the supersonics in this thing compared to the subsonics. It's just more of a challenge to me. So he comes in towards me with more energy. So this is all going to be about rolling scissor fight. I need to get him in front of me by me slowing down, sorry. If you're new to the channel, I haven't been here, I do have a bit of a speech problem, so I do apologise for stuttering. But luckily for me, our friendlies kind of scare him off. It knocks him off R6. But you can see that we're under 800 kilometers an hour now, so we are a little bit sluggish. We were quite lucky that we didn't get fingered here. Oh, I have locked him with a missile, but it must have been a faulty missile because it chooses just to completely miss as it gets close to the ground. But as I said, the Hunter is a bull. It's got some big fancy horns. It's got 4 horns, 4 raiding cannons. We do manage to clip off his wing. But the fight isn't over because we have another MiG-21 on R6, I believe. Yeah, it's coming in now. So he is a lot faster than me. You can see his rate of closure is very, very fast. So we're going to go into a nice rolling scissors. Going to go in the horizontal and the vertical. I don't really need to use my air brake here because his speed is just that much faster than me anyway. Now he can't really do anything here. He's got too much speed. He can't slow down enough, and we blow him out the sky. Just a nice little clip. Just a nice little thing in general, to be honest. So we're going to our third game. This is going to be more of a... It's not long, it's just more action-packed than the second game. I just wanted to show that second game to show that you can actually fight supersonics in this thing. It doesn't really need to be facing subsonics all the time. But again, we're going to use our bull theory. Just going to charge straight in, not turn substantial amounts. I am focusing on this Hunter at the minute because he is a Hunter similar to me, so I want to kind of take him out. But then our friendly baits this MiG-17 high. So this MiG, he's slow, he's fixated. That was a brilliant bait from my friendly teammate there. So then we're going to focus our attention back to the Hunter because you can see that we are closing on him pretty quickly. I'm going to launch a missile here just to get him to turn. I think, I turn away because I knew that wasn't going to kill him. I just wanted to check my 6 before I engage him. Now some good shooting there, if I do see so myself. Pretty well led, we do manage to take him out. Now we get a Hunter on an F100 on us. The F100 used to be the bane of the Hunters because the F100 can do everything a Hunter can do, it just has an afterburner as well. It's just that little bit better, it's a lot better attack accelerating at low speed. And you don't really have to stay over 800 kilometers per hour with a F100. Because it's got that afterburner, it's got a lot better acceleration. But anyway, once again, our friendlies managed to knock him off or spook him. So it gives me a bit of a breather. Now this MiG, he shouldn't have been trying to fight 2 people at once, but we do manage to take off his wing. So again, we're going to extend a little bit away. I have no interest at all going head on with an F100, or at least I don't want to commit to one. Our last kill is going to be on that Hunter. That's a nice quick 4 kills. Not your every game in this. Got quite lucky in a few situations, but a good game nonetheless. Now we've got one last long type of game. We're going to have a few more clips at the end. But again, it's just showing you this playstyle of constant keeping up your speed, not really turning unless it's a one-on-one. Just literally just like a bull in a china shop with you. Quote something my mum used to say. Now this F100, it goes over our head, and we have a Hunter F6 behind us. Now the Hunter FGA.9 is what I'm flying, that Hunter F6. In comparison, I'm more manoeuvrable. I think he has about the same top speed. But we do outturn him, so I'm not really too worried about him as he's behind us now. Now here, I'm going to mess up myself. I was initially going in for a gun kill, then he saw me spill up a cannon. So in the end, it meant that I didn't get either. I was leading for a gun kill, then he saw me spill up the missile, and I stopped leading him as much, which means I missed my shot. Now that Hunter could have got us there. That was pretty sloppy from me. You should never go full vertical. Now I believe this F100 may have got damaged by my friendly, so it may have been a team kill. But we do manage to get him. Now the Hunter comes back around. I'm going to turn in towards him. I want him to get over speed. Me turning in towards him, it increases his angle of attack. makes it a lot harder for him to pull out. It means he has to pull out of that dive a lot sooner than he would if I turned away from him, for example. And because he gains so much speed in that dive, he's now a lot less manoeuvrable than I am at my speed. So it means that we can complete the turn fight better, and we managed to blow him out of the sky as well. So the Hunter, I really love it because you'd really have to understand your energy tactics in this. And this next clip is going to be the same again. Now, this is a Vartor, it's a bomber, so obviously it's not the most feared opponent, but it's just showing you, when you can understand energy and how it works, you can just bait people into this shot. I knew what this Vartor was going to do. He goes in for a shot and I just pulled straight over him. I know that he was going too fast, he was compressing, there was no way he could have pulled that or got a shot on me. Unfortunately for me, I don't get the shots there. It would have been nice to get a gun kill on that, it would have been a nice clip, but we just finished him off with a missile. And again, I got that kill because I understood his energy disadvantage. Now, the next few clips are going to be the same thing, it's just about energy management. I go into this engagement with the Hunter F1, I have a lot more energy than him. So I misread the situation. I'm going to put myself in front of his guns here, pretty stupidly. You can see I drop my throttles to 0 and I have my air brake out, trying to get behind him. And you can see as soon as I equalise his energy, I pull my air brake in and put my throttle back to 100. Don't want to get too slow to the point where I can no longer fight. But we managed to go in a rolling scissors, managed to shoot off his wing, crit him, and he's into the ground. Again, the next clip's going to be exactly the same, just with a Hunter FGA.9, same point as that we're in. This little fight with a MiG-15 doesn't really work out. We don't get the shot, sorry. But he's on R6 here, gets within 0.4 kilometers. Luckily I didn't die there. And again, gonna pull my air brake out. A little bit optimistic of me to shoot there. There's no way I was ever gonna get that. But he's too fast and he tried to fight there. What I've been saying this entire time is when you miss a shot, you just disengage. Don't try and turn fight like that. If you're not that fast in a Hunter. You can't outrun bullets, basically. Now this is our final clip. I know I've kept you here for quite a while. I do apologise. I just want to... I do like... This is what my passion is in War Thunder. I just like these kind of clips like this. So the FGR2, sorry, it makes a pass on us. But then I realise that there's a MiG-21 behind me, so I shift my focus. Now again, this MiG, he's got a lot faster than me, which means he has more energy. So I'm going to burn some of my energy and get him in front of me, sorry. Now I do try and get a kill here. I don't think it shots. It would have been a lovely clip that. If that had connected, that would have been lovely. But unfortunately for me, it doesn't. You can see here, he is still afterburning. I don't know why, because we're behind him. I think I'm very, very cheeky here and type in the chat that you dead, and fire a missile. And just a nice little quip. He's very, very cocky. I think I put a smiley face in the chat as well. And instant karma, can you say? Because we get critted by the FGR2. Anyway, that's the end of the video. I just wanted to show that little clip at the end because it's just a bit cheeky and it's a bit funny. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. I'll try and get some reviews out as soon as possible, but I'm struggling at the minute. I've got so much work and I'm still dieting. I've lost like 6 stone, so I had to spend like 200 quid on new clothes. It's a fucking joke, but I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching.